Hello children, welcome to the online class. This is Gayatri speaking. Class 4th standard, subject social studies, topic chapter 11 Forests of India. In the last class I have explained about the types of forest, right? 5 types of forests are evergreen forest, deciduous forest, mountain or coniferous forest, thorn forest, and marshy or tidal forest, right? These forests I have explained in the last class. Today I am continuing with conservation of forests and wildlife. Okay, conservation of forests and wildlife. What do you mean by conservation? Conserving or conservation means saving. Okay, saving of forest and wildlife. Wildlife will maybe an animal or an plant. Okay children, it is important for us to save our forest by preventing trees from being cut and planting more trees. Okay, see, so many types of forest we have, and we have studied about the types and types as well as uses and importance of forest, right? Without forest, without a plant, without a trees, okay, human being cannot survive life, right children? Okay, we are everyone will depend on, every living being depend on forest and trees, right? But what we are doing nowadays, because of our selfishness, our use, because of our expectations, we are cutting the trees and we are cutting more and more even forest also to make a land, right? Is it good? No, not it. So what we are doing, we are cutting the trees. See in the picture how the tree forest has become, right? So what will happen if we are going to cut every day like this? Okay, we are suffering a lot. Now we are suffering a lot and still more we will suffer. To avoid this, we have to conserve the forest. So to prevent trees from being cut and planting more trees is called conservation of forest. So to cutting a tree is called deforestation. It is called deforestation. We should not do this one. Deforestation leads to reduction in the animal population also. Okay, we have to agree this sentence children, because as we cut down the forest, what will happen? The wildlife means animals, whatever the wild animals living in the, and they are completely dependent on the forest, right? What they has to do? Okay, that is also dangerous, right, for the animals. So to avoid this one story is there children, really happened story, that is called as Chipko movement. That is one movement is there, Chipko movement. What is this Chipko movement? CHIPKO, Chipko movement. Movement means the villagers has done this movement, struggled for saving the trees and forest. So it is called as Chipko. Chipko is a Hindi word. Chipko movement means they have hugged the trees to avoid for cutting trees. Okay, in 1974, in the year 1974, villagers in the hills of Uttarakhand is where it is, northeast state, right? Yes, villagers in the hills of Uttarakhand started a novel method of preventing deforestation. Novel method means the person called as Sundarlal Bahuguna. Okay, he has started this movement, so it is called as novel method of preventing deforestation. Deforestation means cutting of trees. They have prevent. How? They put their arms around trees. See in the picture. Okay, people arms, their arms put the around the trees and hugged them tightly and refused to move. While coming to cut a tree, people hugged the tree and they refused. Refused means not agreed. Okay, not agreed, opposed to cut a tree. This movement was led by Sundarlal Bahuguna. The person called Sundarlal Bahuguna. The name of person is Sundarlal Bahuguna. It was known as the Chipko movement. Okay, it was known as the Chipko movement. Very good, no children? Yes, see how they are loving the trees, loving the forest. So to avoid deforestation, they hugged the trees and they said no, not to cut a tree, and we should save the forest. So this is called as Chipko movement, and this movement was led by Sundarlal Bahuguna. The government encourages people to plant trees in various ways, such as celebrating Vana Mahotsava. Okay, even government has taken so many steps, so many programs to avoid cutting of trees illegally also. Okay, that is called as the program name is Vana Mahotsava. Okay, Vana Mahotsava. Next one is social forestry scheme. Next scheme is social forestry scheme of the government for avoiding cutting of trees, and scheme for the government. This is mainly for rural people and encourage to plant more trees for wood, fuel, fodder and timber. Okay, people are cutting trees for wood, fuel, right? So to avoid that one, they have started the scheme called social forestry scheme. Next, to prevent deforestation and conserve wildlife, the government has declared several areas as reserve forest. Okay, this is important, children. Reserve forest. What is this reserve forest? We will say no, reservation, reserving the place. So like that, reserve forest. Reserve forest means where the forest which will where the people entry also, and even the killing the animals is an illegal offense. If they kill the animals, then they will get the punishment from the government only. Other than animals also, cutting of trees is also punishable offense. So it is called as reserve forest. So we'll explain in the whatever the forest, they are known as wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Okay, so those reserve forests are called wildlife sanctuaries, means where we have to save the animals. We should not do anything to an animal as well as to trees. So those places are called as wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Okay, now some of them are as follows. Some of the national parks are as follows. Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand. In Uttarakhand, the park name is Corbett National Park. It is a wildlife sanctuary as well as national park in Uttarakhand. Kaziranga Wild National Park in Assam. Kaziranga, the name is called as Kaziranga. Have you remembered this? I have explained in the northern mountains, right children? Yes, in Assam state. While explaining Assam state, I have explained the Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary and National Park. Next, third one is Sundarbans Tiger Reserve, West Bengal. Okay, in West Bengal, tigers are very famous. Sundarbans Tiger Reserve means the reserving tigers, saving the tigers. The name Sundarbans. Gir National Park, Gujarat. Gir National Park, Gujarat. Kanha National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Kanha National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Bandipur National Park, Karnataka. Okay, in Karnataka also we are having wildlife sanctuary and national park, that is Bandipur National Park, Karnataka. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala. Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala. Elephants in the Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary are very famous. Okay children. Chilika Lake Bird Sanctuary in Odisha. Chilika Lake Bird Sanctuary. This is also I explained in while explaining the Odisha state. Chilika Lake Bird Sanctuary, Odisha. Okay, these are the some of the national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. So this is about the forests of India. So this ends the chapter, children. Forests are useful to us in many ways. They are an important natural resource. Forests are an integral part of tribal life. There are five different types of forest in India: evergreen, deciduous, thorn, coniferous and tidal forest or marshy forest. We must conserve our forests and wildlife. And one important moment I have explained in this chapter, that is Chipko moment. Okay, this ends the chapter. Thank you children. Keep on study. Refer textbook. Bye.